I just stayed in a shed for like $25 a month, along with 8 other people. Right, the guy was making literally $200 a day for people living in a shed in his backyard. Plus, he had 3 other sheds, so he was making $600 off his backyard. That would normally what? Like, how much money are you making off of your backyard? Actually, probably losing money or cutting the grass. So it's like, okay, so you go from your backyard making you zero money to making $600 a day, turning into a tiny home. Or maybe you're thinking about maybe getting like Bob Wales just did a video on the exact sheds right here. He was talking about maybe you buy a shed and a piece of property and making a shed into your own tiny home that you live part of the year or some of the year, or a cheap piece of property. Now the cost of living is so high, a lot of us people like myself probably never going to ever be able to afford a actual home. Like, I think that like the homelessness epidemic, if you want to call it that, is on all-time high. Everybody can't afford a home. Everybody have to rent or go without, and it's really kind of upsetting and crazy if you think about society, and what it's turning into. Now that we have to, you know, so like this shed is a really cute little shed. I don't know how much they want for it, but maybe $1,000. I don't know, 2,000. You know, uh, some of these sheds are. It seems pretty expensive, but if you think about the cost of a house, it's really not bad. And this shed is actually not bad. I mean, actually a great bit of room in here. You can put a bed here. You can even put another bed here, a dinette in the back. Um, Maybe or you can put a bed on one side, put a bed in the back, and then put some shelves around. Of course, you would want to dry if you was actually living in here. You would like to drywall or insulate. Um, but the different types of sheds, the different things you get for a different amount of money. Some of these sheds are built better than others. Of course, you pay more money. Some of them, the walls are not very put better back together. See these shelves already put in there. You may not want that if you was making a tiny home, or you may want that. It might be a cool little bar for starting a kitchen, or up top storage. Like but I mean anything else is like. So maybe you don't want to live in a shed. There's also other possibilities of using a shed like as a mobile work area, right? This one is actually a garage. This one is actually a garage, so you can actually like buy a shed like this and maybe do some work out of it, like work on our cars or other services. Like this is a pretty nice little thing. I mean, I think, and and a lot of people rent these sheds out in the backyard, and it's perfectly legal. Otherwise, it wouldn't be on Airbnb. And there are a lot of people rent sheds in the backyard. I mean, yeah, some areas may not let you do that, but I think a lot of areas would let you do that. And I mean, yeah, and a lot of people think, well, this might be against code or whatever. I mean, Airbnb is very good about making sure everything is up to code and helping you through the whole process. Airbnb is. I'll try to put a link to Airbnb. I should have put that on it before the live stream, but I forgot. There was a lot. I'm trying to get this screen done before it get too dark so you can really see these sheds. I'm actually surprised. A lot of these Home Depots they screw them shut in the bigger cities. But if you go out to like a smaller town, like, they actually leave the doors open. Let's see. And some cities don't, so yeah. So it's kind of cool thinking about it. I think another thing I do a lot of solar panels technology, right? I do a lot of solar panels, right? I install solar panels. I was out on a piece of property out there in the desert right now installing solar panels for a nonprofit the last few days. And but you can definitely put solar panels on these property, make it into a off-grid homestead. It's possible. Maybe you buy some land, put up a gutter, create a water catchment system. There are a lot of YouTube videos on how to do it properly, like how to filter the water and how to make Nate Peskoski did a really good examples on how you can do a rain catchment system in a shed. Nate Peskoski also living in a shed that he built and runs on solar energy off grid, which is pretty interesting. And he have 1 million subscribers on YouTube, so you check him out. He's actually a friend of mine, kind of, if you can call that. I met him one time, and he responds to my comments. I also kind of like this thing is like, so a shed is angled this way for a solar for like a shiny. If you want to put solar panels on a shed, or having like a shed next to your RV that you like put solar panels on to offset the energy. Like this one lady was like, "Oh, I want you to put solar panels on my property," and I realized that like these sheds are actually not that much more expensive than like building a racking system, because wood is actually still cheaper than metal. If you want to do a solar technology, I recommend not getting the barn style, even though it does look cute. I really like this style of shed. I really like the garage. I would definitely recommend getting the garage, other than have a garage door if you're trying to make a tiny home. There's also a lot of other companies that make sheds and stuff there. If you go on their website, there's a little like tag there, and the product link. There's a lot more variety of sheds. You can probably get a shed with an actual door and stuff like that. Make it more customized to what you got. This is just what's on like available here in the so let's get a flyer, get the details, because some of these sheds are, I think it's this one's $6,000. This one is like $9,000. A lot. It's very popular, so the flyers ran out. But let's see, like maybe this less popular shed. This is, I kind of like this one. It's kind of a 2-story shed, so it's kind of have an upper level, so you can like put a bed up on the top level, and then you can make the bottom area into like a living area. That might be kind of cool. Make it into a, and see, this is actually only $6,000, which is a lot, but it's a house. It could be a house. I mean, what house are you going to put for $6,000? So this company named Tough Shed, and they actually have, actually this Tough Shed actually have a bunch of different models in the flyer. So this is not just the flyer I'm looking at. This is just the whole. So you can actually look at the pretty much like what you would see on the website. All the different information. You can pick out the colors. You can pick out the size. You can pick out the shape. You know, I recommend custom ordering one online. You know, you probably could come here to Home Depot, but I would use the affiliate link that I have and custom build. I mean, they're different, you know, of course, they're different hardware on different thing. You know, different quality of everything. But yeah, go if you want to know more information. Please click that link. There's a shop link somewhere, like I think it's next to the comments or somewhere. There's a little shopping bag icon with maybe there was a picture of a shed next to it. You can go there. And I'm working for Home Depot. I'm as a sponsor affiliate working for Home Depot, talking about these sheds. I mean, not all these sheds are thousands of dollars. Let's see how much this shed is. This small one. Even a small shed. This small one is $2,000, which is very cute. The kids love this. Are you going to make it into a playhouse? Are you going to make them into a playhouse?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, you can even make them into a playhouse, man. The kid will love it. Making a little playhouse, the kids will have their own little house. Yeah, probably cheaper to build it yourself. You're probably right, but then it's all the time. And are you a carpenter? You know, carpenter. You're probably right about it. You probably cheaper to build it yourself. It might be cheaper to build it yourself. And also you could probably order kits online. They might, if you go on HomeDepot.com, they might even have kits. It would be cheaper. I think this is like the fully built versions. But I think there's kits that like you build them yourself. Like you buy the kit and you build it yourself. And you probably get it cheaper if you did it that way. You know, like that's probably, you know, what I would do. I wouldn't necessarily build it, like design it myself. You know, fully. I would probably buy like a kit, and that way you make sure they have all the parts and pieces, you know, come in the box and they drop it off, and then you assemble it, and you save probably a bunch of money assembling it yourself. You know, you still got to buy tools, and it's still going to cost a lot of money. You got to drill it, screw it, hammer it, and all stuff together. You know, shingle the roof, and you know they probably just give you all the parts and materials and in a big box. And that's kind of like Sears kind of did. The first one that started doing that. Sears used to sell kits, houses and kits. But yeah, I need a symbol. But yeah, it might be cheaper to build, like you get the design and build it yourself. You know, buy the. I mean, really, what is it? You know, they probably could find shed plans online and step-by-step tutorial. That might be a good video. Maybe somebody could hire him if I can find somebody to hire. Yeah, if I can find somebody to hire me, maybe I could try to build a shed step by step. You definitely get way more custom if you build it yourself. Get exactly what you want. You know. I think there's been a bunch of YouTubers that build stuff, and it comes out to be about the same if you would have bought a kit and if you did it yourself. But you get way more customize it, and you could probably get better materials if you did it. So you get probably get better materials and build it better. So I was supposed to come here and pick up some wood and stuff for my friends in the desert. I'm doing some pickup. They pay me back picking up some wood and stuff. So that's the real reason I'm coming here, helping build some RVs and stuff for a nonprofit that I'm volunteering for. So they have the music going in the store, so I'm gonna have to let you guys go. And you guys for coming to live. Please like, subscribe, share the video.